Hi everyone. So I thought that this poll with visuals, 10 celebrities that played lacrosse went so well, I decided to do a new one that I've done before without visuals. My top 10 favorite lacrosse players. Really, it's my top 5. The other ones are in random order. And the first two I'm going to start with are fellows who play the main position I play, defense. And I'm gonna start with a pretty obvious one. My favorite lacrosse player who retired in 2021, who now coaches, is BJ Grill. BJ Grill is a 5'5" defenseman, and I'm 5'5", and watching him play with the Water Dogs made me follow the Water Dogs, and we're Instagram friends, and he gave me really good advice on an app called Crease app. So, sort of have a connection, never met him in person, but yeah, seems like a good guy. My second favorite lacrosse player who's playing right now is Gavin Adler. Another pretty short defenseman, 5'8". It's very built, very strong, and he had 19 caused turnovers in this PLL season, the most ever. And of course, he got awarded for best defenseman. And he's one of the main reasons why I still follow Atlas, even though they're called New York Atlas. And I'm also used to a lot of the players. And some of the players I'm going to mention on here from New York Atlas and the Water Dogs as well. My number 3 is my favorite Fogo, Trevor Baptiste. He was my favorite player on the Philadelphia Wings, until he requested a trade. Now I don't have a favorite player. And, I have his Wings replica, and I also have his Atlas replica from the second season. And, I just love the way how he, uses full force when he does face-offs. And he's one of the best face-off people who ever lived, and best face-off who play right now. Yeah, and I met him once, and he's a pretty good guy, too. So, yeah. My number 4 pick is Dylan Ward, who I call Dylan Winter Ward, because when he plays in the PLL for the Water Dogs, he wears a sweatshirt and sweatpants in 90-degree weather. And he's such a versatile goalie that in 2022, not only did he win the PLL championship with the Water Dogs, he won the NLL championship as a box goalie with the Colorado Mammoth. And I'm giving it away. I'm going to be him for Halloween. So look forward to seeing that. All right. Actually, screw it. I'll make it a top 10. And I didn't want to seem like I was being biased by just including people who play field. And by the way, I only did a split screen for people who play in the PLL and the NLL. If they just do box or just do field, I do a single one. And that, one of the single ones is somebody who played before I knew anything about lacrosse, and when the Philadelphia Wings were a dynasty championship team. Hall of Fame goalie who's number 35 is retired Dallas Eliak. Dallas was so dedicated to the Wings that he has his own YouTube channel, HOF Goaltender 35, where he has full plays of games from the early 2000s, the early, mid, and late 90s, where he's playing, and also some teams that when he got traded. But I'm pretty sure I can speak for him when he said he had the most fun on the Philadelphia Wings. I also have a bobblehead of his. So yeah, he was just a box goalie. He even said, he didn't play field in the winter. He played as an ice hockey goalie, and he's Canadian. All right. My number 6 pick is a guy who I wish the Wings kept. One of the best box defensemen I've seen, Steph Charbonneau. and he's on the Vancouver. Can't pick up what the name of the team is on the NLL, and yeah, very shut down box defenseman. Doesn't play field, and I would have gotten his jersey, replica jersey, if him and I have my Baptiste replica jersey, but I also would have gotten him if Trevor Baptiste was traded first. All right. The seventh one I picked was outside Philadelphia native, and star attackman for the Philadelphia Water Dogs, Michael Sowers. Yeah, me and my wife met him. We got a picture with him. He's a very good guy, and the guy has, feet as quick as Speedy Gonzalez, and you always see him do that dive goal a lot. So, yeah, he's definitely, one of the big stars on the Water Dogs. The eighth one I picked was Kobe Smith. Kobe Smith is one of my favorite LSM shooters. He goes for a lot of 2-pointers, the New York Atlas, and he wasn't like an all-star player ever. Just he's the way he shoots the ball with the pole is like one of my favorite features of him. So yeah. The ninth one I picked was Blaze Reardon. Blaze is an amazing lacrosse player. I mean, he looks a bit overweight, and you wouldn't think he runs as fast as he does, but he does. And not only that, but in box he plays forward, and in field he plays goalie. And last season for the Carolina Chaos, he had a coast-to-coast goalie goal, just like he did in 2015 when he played for University of Albany as a goalie. And he's a captain of the Wings, and very good. He's a very good teammate, and he's very good in interviews. And yeah, he's going to be somebody people will definitely remember when he retires. The last one I picked was somebody who's like I'm the least familiar with his playing. He played most of the time when I didn't know about lacrosse and wasn't into it. But I've seen clips of him. He's a very offensive defenseman. That's why he mostly put him on LSM in field, and he plays equally as great as a defenseman in box, and he was a captain for the Philadelphia Wings, as you see in that photo, I think in the mid 2010s. And yeah, he retired about a year ago. And one of his most famous highlights was shooting the ball all the way down the field, and the goalie, not being good enough to stop it, which could have been an easy save, but he did it. So yeah. Okay, so that's my top 10. I decided to make top 10 for favorite lacrosse players, and send me yours through the comment, or send me your favorite through the comment, and yeah, I'll respond from there. All right, later.